Hey Kotaku, PAX East 2015. We are going to take a look at a game that watches you back called Planet of the Eyes. I'm here with Will O'Neill. Will, you're one of the writers on the game?
Yeah, I'm the main writer on the game. We got a 4-person team. Each of us has one job and we try to do it well. So I'm a writer, we got an art director, a lead developer programmer, and a dedicated audio person as well.
All right, so this is kind of a brightly colored yet dark, foreboding science fiction puzzle platformer game, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's you got a lot of inspiration from games like Limbo. Really for us, an older school inspiration is something like Out of This World. That really like sort of dark foreboding feel, like you say. It's got really bright colors and it's got great contrast and use of that, but the feel is very 1950s retro sci-fi comic book aesthetic.
And you're controlling a robot.
That's right, a lost alien robot on an alien world who wakes up, doesn't know who he is, what he's doing there, and really the mystery of the Planet of the Eyes is uncovering who he is and what his purpose is and what he's there to do, and of course it's no accident.
And it's kind of a living planet, right?
Yeah, the Planet of the Eyes is sort of a living being. We're trying to keep the story close to the chest, or I'm trying to keep the story close to the chest, but yes, the Planet of the Eyes is a living being who's very much interested in the robot in his quest for reasons that will become clear at a later time.
Awesome. All right, so let's take a look at the game. All right, we're taking a look now at Planet of the Eyes, the Falling Pillars portion of the game. Will, about how far into the game is this level happen?
This is, I guess, about maybe 30 to 40% of the game in. We're still sort of on the external environment of the planet. You can see the colors are starting to get a little richer, a little deeper. We're still introducing the player to some of the sort of early platforming challenges you see. It's very environmental. It's a pure platformer. There's no combat. It really is about the robot versus the Planet of the Eyes itself, you might say. We begin to progress towards the player not merely jumping, but the environment reacting, and the player having to make quick choices and not dilly-dally as it starts to fall apart around him and also behind him. This is a really forward linear adventure where there's no going back. This robot is going to a place that there's no coming back from, and we really try to give that foreboding feeling throughout. And also of the planet really falling apart around him, and we want the player to sort of wonder, why is that happening? Of course, you can see the abundant availability of potential deaths here. This is really cool because our environments are all sort of two-dimensional, but the robot himself is a real model, and that gives us really smooth animation, but it also allows us to deconstruct and blow up and kill the robot in a lot of creative and cool ways as well.
His walking animation is kind of cute. It's like a little waddle almost.
Yeah, you know, we really want to give him a feeling of being an explorer robot, of being a scout. And of course, you can see what we've done there is put basically a Polaroid camera on his head to give him that optical feel. We want the player to feel like the robot is alone and meek and peaceful and just a really humble explorer robot who might be in a little bit over his head. But we also want to make it clear that he's modern and sleek and more than capable enough to be tasked before him. And of course, sometimes that happens. So that was one of our many unique robot deaths. Those spikes are actually randomly generated every time, ensuring that the robot gets killed and flies over the place in a lot of different directions. In the distance there, that's the signal that the robot in the storyline sort of feels sort of drawn to for reasons that he doesn't understand or can't explain, but he feels pulled to go towards it. And throughout the game, and I guess sort of with a journey feel, that signal becomes closer and closer, and it's really sort of what drives the player forward, in addition to finding audio logs from another survivor and learning more about his relationship to the robot as well. And this is cool. We call this is sort of the ghost riding the log portion. This is something we tried to build with a level of challenge that you can approach conservatively, but we're also hoping to see people really tear it up on this and try to get through it really quick. We think people who like to get through games fast might think this is a cool challenge. Another big thing you can see too is that we really want success to feel satisfying. We've sort of spaced everything out, really treated it really well, so that every jump, we want you to just barely make it. There's a lot of jumps in this game where you just grab the ledge, where you just make it past the spikes. And that's really a credit to our design, I think, and what we're trying to do in terms of letting people die. We don't want to make it too difficult, but when people finally break through and make it through a challenge, we want them to really have that exhale of satisfaction of like, thank God that part is over, I've made it over, and I'm moving forward now. The eyes are always watching. And that's it. We sort of end each of our demos here on a foreboding note of discovering something new on the Planet of the Eyes that takes the robot aback and makes him realize his quest may just be beginning.
All right, so that was a quick journey to the Planet of the Eyes, coming out from Coco Cucumber. What platform are you guys aiming at?
Well, we're just through Steam Greenlight. We got through that, so definitely PC, Steam, and Xbox as well, and we're looking at other platforms as well.
Awesome, great. Time frame?
Sometime this year, summer or fall.
Okay, thank you very much, Will.
Thanks very much, Evan.
All right, take care.
Cheers.